One of the most common questions I get asked is, Coach Fryer, how do I build an audience online? If you struggle building an audience on social media, stick around as I share 3 ways that you can start growing a bigger audience on social media today. Network Marketing Edition. Well, what's up, Impactor? Coach Fryer here. Welcome to my channel. If you are new and wondering what I do, I help network marketers just like you turn organic content into sales while making an impact. I'm grateful that you're here, taking the time to watch today's video. Be sure, before I dig into the training, to smash that subscribe button, right? Like this video, share it with your team if you think they could get some value from it. And with that being said, let's dig in. The first tip I want to share might seem simple, yet so many are not doing it. So number one, the first way to start building an audience on social media is to, number one, regularly or consistently create content. But don't just create any type of content. What you want to do, number one, is create generic content that's not affiliated with your company or products. And second, think about how you can contribute value to those you actually want to attract. Think of it like this. If you are in the health and wellness space and all about getting healthy and eating clean and all this stuff, are you gonna create a bunch of content about eating Oreo cookies and milkshakes every day, all day? Probably not. Big old greasy cheeseburgers every other day from McDonald's, you're probably not gonna create that type of content. Does that make sense? And where should you create content like this, right? Well, number one, first and foremost, you need to create public generic content. So many come to me and they're like, well, Coach Fryer, I've got my own Facebook group and I'm putting content in there every single day, but I keep forgetting to publish public content. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're missing the entire point here. We're talking straight public content here. Now, once you've got the public content dialed in and you're feeling confident about creating that every single day, right? You've got a system, you've got a rhyme, you've got a reason. Then you can start contributing content into other groups. Then you can start contributing content into your Facebook or Instagram stories. But again, number one, you need to regularly or consistently add content. This is going to be the number one way you can grow your audience on social media today. Now, I did just mention a little bit about leveraging Facebook or Instagram stories. If you want to learn the 3 biggest mistakes to avoid when it comes to making Instagram or Facebook stories, be sure you check out this video right here. Now, moving right along, right? So number one, regularly add content. Number two, right, to help you grow your social influence and your audience today is nurture your audience as you are growing it. How do you do this? Coach Fryer, what does that mean? Well, you're creating content. You're putting content out there to establish trust, rapport, credibility, right? So very important. But in that process, you're going to start to attract people back to you. They're going to be liking, commenting, maybe even sharing some of the stuff that you are putting out there. You need to focus on now nurturing the relationship with those people who are engaging on your content. If you're brand new, maybe you struggle with recruiting or whatever, every single person who likes one of your posts or one of your comments, reach out to them. Don't pitch them your products. Don't pitch them your business. Don't even tell them you're in network marketing. That's not the intent here. The intent is just to reach out and just say, hey, thanks so much for liking my last post. I hope you're having a fantastic day or weekend. Focus on doing this about 10 times per day. Very, very simple yet effective strategy that's going to help you nurture the people within your audience that you're growing. One more ninja tip here when it comes to nurturing your audience and having conversations with them. I want you to do your very best to try this. Start removing the words my, mine, or I, or me, and start leveraging the words we, you, and our. This is a really, really powerful way to take the focus off of yourself and include the person you're talking to in that conversation. This is another way to really nurture relationships fast. Has this been helpful so far? If it has, be sure to smash that like button down below, and I would love for you to just drop me a comment. Just right now, just pause it, drop me a comment, and tell me what you're learning most. What's one big takeaway you've had so far? Now, this last way that I want to teach you how you can even further grow your audience and that much faster, right, is my third way. Write this down if you're taking notes. Number 3, engage through storytelling. You may or may not have seen some of my content as of late. I'm really digging a little bit deeper into helping you better share and create content that's not just a post, it's not just a video, but it's an opportunity for you to incorporate a story within that content. So here's a little exercise for you. Get a blank piece of paper and write this down. I want you to think of maybe 5 to 10 challenges that you've had maybe in life or business. I literally want you to write them down on a notepad. Now, the goal here isn't to necessarily like reveal your entire life story, okay? Because there are some things I'm sure that you're just not maybe comfortable to share publicly, but there are lots of challenges and obstacles that you have gone through in your life and maybe even your business that maybe by you being a little vulnerable and sharing on a couple of these things publicly over the next couple weeks, next couple months, it's going to invite so many other people, the people that you're probably trying to attract, to learn more about you and level up the amount of trust that you have with them, because they're going to be able to relate to some of the things that you're also going through. So make a list and then go choose 3, 4, 5 of those things. And I want you to do your very best over the next week or two to create a post, 1 a week, 2 a week maybe, that incorporates a little bit more about that story. Again, we're talking about growing your audience here, and there's nothing more powerful. You see, too much online today, people are out there sharing their wins, their successes, all these amazing things. And that almost, at times, people view you as kind of untouchable or like perfect. People in your audience are going to relate more to your obstacles and challenges, and they're going to be able to connect on an even deeper emotional level with some of the challenges that you've gone through, right? And things you did to overcome them. They're not going to relate to all of your successes. So start working to engage your audience more through storytelling. Again, I'm Coach Fryer, and so thankful you took the time to watch today's video. I hope and pray it was helpful. I can't wait to see your comments down below in the description. And as always, if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And hey, I'm producing content like crazy all over the place, right? Here on YouTube, over on my website and blog, CoachFryer.com. You can find me on Instagram making reels every day. You can find me on TikTok now. You can find my new business page. It's all under Coach Fryer. So be sure to go find me in those other places as well. I appreciate you and your time. I hope and pray this was helpful. God bless you, your families, and your business. We'll see you next week. Take care.